Hello everybody, this is the Rabid Hedgehog, and in this political season, I support more riding. And that's all I have to say about that. This is Rabid Hedgehog, and I approve this message. At any rate, I'm just playing around, of course. One of those moto vloggers that started out with the intent of actually moto vlogging and now become more of a reviewer than a moto vlogger, so I'm going to try to roll that back and actually do some actual vlogs and tips and things again, since here in Oklahoma pretty much our demo season is over and we won't be seeing anything for a while, to be honest. It's just one of those things that they only do the demos from probably late April into just early part of October at the very latest, and maybe a little further, but because the weather here is very unpredictable, they just kind of, leave it alone for that, for the most part. So I'll be out here trying to vlog a little bit and actually vlog for once, actually do what I intended to do, and that's actually get out there and enjoy motorcycling and talking to you guys. And I thank you guys, actually. Now I'm close to 1,800 subscribers now, over 500,000 views, and I never ever actually thought that I would get that far. And I thank everybody who's been supporting me and helping me with this channel and growing the channel as well. Thank you so much for doing that, and I look forward to interacting with you guys more and doing more videos and hopefully one day living the dream, right? But that's just one thing I want to talk about. It's kind of the dream. Back when I was younger, I actually used to be an auto mechanic. I was for, several years, and took an injury to my right hand, where I lost some connections to my nerves in it and everything like that. And I actually could not feel it for the most part, and it wouldn't function completely correctly. I had a very bad lack of grip, and not able to feel burns and some other things. So I became more of a liability than the ability to work at the thing. Now, over time, it has gotten better. I still continue to work on my own cars and stuff like that, but I felt that I didn't want to mess with other people's cars, and me flubbing up just because I didn't feel something right, or something. Yeah, I had my left hand, but I just didn't want to risk being stupid and getting burned or something and causing problems and grief for my employer and other things. So I got out of it. I went into working for the University of Central Oklahoma for a while, and as part of their transportation team, and it was not a bad job to do that with. And then over that time, I kind of ended up going through and getting finance and stuff like that, and I ended up in insurance. But I've always still had this dream of being in the motorcycle industry. I always wanted to play with motorcycles. I always wanted to do something with motorcycles, and that's why I started this channel, was because of the passion I have for bikes and motorcycling in general, and that's why I have a love for almost every bike that's out there. It's because it's just an exciting thing to do, and it's an absolute awesome thing to do every day, just to get out and throw a leg over, even going to work. It makes it more exciting. It makes it somewhat bearable to truck into work every day when you got a bike to help you get there. I use these as daily commuters, either the Night Rod or the XT250 here. And the XT actually really is mostly my daily rider, because the fuel economy is better than the Night Rod by a long shot, by like 40 miles per gallon practically. And also because it's much smaller, much more nimble through the city streets. Yeah, it doesn't have the acceleration or the braking or the package that the Night Rod has to offer, but it still does a good job for itself. And that's what I love about the XT. It does everything so well. And it really, ever since I got it back in February, has become probably one of my favorite bikes I ever owned. And I use this stupid thing for just about any reason I can. I need to go pick up something from the store. Throw a backpack on, run to the store. I need to go play and, just go around and goof off somewhere for a moment, and I'll just throw this throw a leg over this bike and go. This is just kind of my go-to bike. I love the Night Rod, and I do use it quite a bit too. This week it's been so far a 4-to-1 ratio, starting on Sunday with Night Rod to this bike. I've only rode this bike one time on Tuesday, and the rest of the time I've rode the, I cannot see because the stupid sun. There we go. That doesn't help at all when you're going down a dirt road. But at any rate, it's just one of those things. Check out this bridge. I love this bridge. I don't know what it is about it, but this is an old school wooden truss bridge that we still have in our area, and it's just so cool to see that these things still exist. It goes over the railroad track right there. I think it's neat. It's actually the same bridge I lost my camera on when I was going down here doing the XT review, actually. It's the same stupid bridge I lost the camera on, so I have fond memories of that bridge. Not really, but nonetheless, that's where it was. But, like I said, I love this XT, yeah, it gets ridden daily. It's funny, though, like the Night Rod, I ride it a lot longer distances, because it just, A, it can do highway speeds, and B, it's just a more comfortable bike altogether than this one, in terms of long-range riding. But this bike is just lovely for running around the city, or if you want to go play around on a dirt road like I'm doing right now. I'm not going that fast, I know. I could be going faster, and I have gone faster, but I'm sorry. I really can't see. I have my sunscreen down on my helmet, and I can't see the road very well up ahead because of all the, all the wonderful glares and everything that thing's putting out right now. So it's a little bit disturbing right now, but hey, I can make it. I've done this a billion times. It's already going to end right here anyway. But, for the most part, about that dream, getting back on topic, I guess, I've always wanted to get into the motorcycle industry somehow or another, and not necessarily sales or something like that. I've been in sales for a long time, basically, with insurance and other things, and that I just don't want the desk job anymore. I understand that selling a motorcycle is much cooler than selling some other things, but I would really, really, like to just be like a journalist or something for motorcycles, to write up about the new bikes and to review them and get to ride them and get to know them and things, and get to know the technical aspects of these bikes and enjoy, and enjoy that kind of interaction with the bike, instead of just always, trying to sell one or in the background trying to repair it. Yeah, I understand that it needs to be done. I understand that there's different parts of the industry, and I actually love working on my own bikes. Most of the time, that's what I do. I don't take these in unless it's something extremely major and I don't have the equipment to work on it. But I prefer, working on my own, and I could work on others, and I have helped others with their bikes too. I don't mind it. I think it's fun. Turning wrenches, I do it to my cars, I do it to my bikes. It just is a relaxing thing, and I never have any problems when I do it myself. They run reliably. I get on, they start, they go, they don't fall apart, and all the horrible things that you hear when somebody else tries to work on your bike. You hear some bad things like the brakes didn't get put back together right or something scary, and I'm just like, I'm pretty meticulous when it comes to my own things. I think I'll do it myself. So that's why I'm like that. But, I just have a passion for the sport and for the industry, that if anybody out there, would love to give me a shot at, getting out there and reviewing these bikes and working on them in that respect, I would love to talk to you guys. I'll put it that way. It'd be something that would be pretty cool. That's where I want to be at. It's constantly in the middle, constantly, getting to know the new bikes, getting to see the brands, getting to try them out, getting to know more bikes than just the standard lot of Harley, Yamaha, Kawasaki, Honda, and all them. Get into the other ones. And I have been able to do that, which I think, luckily I've got some friends, and I've made some friends out there that are really cool people that have helped me go beyond, just the typical motorcycle brands. I've managed to get on a Guzzi, and I've managed to, find some other bikes, and technically I could get on an Aprilia or some of the others because I know some people that'll let me do it. I just got to get up to Tulsa. It's just one of those things where I got to take a bit of a trip, but you know, I got some people who are absolutely willing to let me try it out and let me play around and you know, go about that. But you know, I would love to do it from a different angle. I'd love to do it where I could just go and speak to the manufacturer and talk to them how they did the things, getting to know the process, getting to dig into it in a much more technical and deeper level. And yeah, I know I'm not the most perfect reviewer. I definitely know that I have screwed up quite a few times, but that's just because I'm a scatterbrained idiot sometimes, and I understand that. So, you know, that's just one aspect of it that, yeah, I know I could be better. I definitely know I can work at it, and I've been trying to do the best I can and get better and better as the time goes on, because I do want to do this for long term. I want to continue to do it for, you know, as long as I can. Basically, this is a passion, and even if I don't get anywhere else, you know, at least I have the channel. At least I have the ability to, you know, talk to you guys and bring out the bikes that I get to play with and share my opinions about them. And, you know, to me, getting out there and doing that is a service in itself. And, you know, and I understand that I could do better, you know, like with the victories. I definitely want to redo them, but our victory dealers are extremely kind of strenuous on how they do things. They pretty much, the only way you can really get to test ride one here is if the truck shows up, or if you've pretty much signed the credit app and you're gonna buy it. You know, they don't really do anything to let you test ride them. It's kind of like the Honda dealerships around here. We really don't get a shot at test riding them, and that's why I don't have very many Honda reviews. Actually, I only have one, and that's a friend's Goldwing, you know, and that's because they just don't let them go out the door. Even their used bikes. I've been to a few of the Honda dealers and talked to them about maybe taking out one of the used bikes and enjoying a ride on one of those, you know, and I don't mind doing that. I love doing the used bike reviews because not everybody's going to be able to afford a new bike. And they won't even let those go out the door. They're pretty much, here's a credit application. It's like, but why? You know, it's like the KLR. I love the KLR as a bike. I thought it was a great bike, but it just wasn't quite for me. If I would have had a chance to get to ride it first, because that particular dealer didn't offer a test ride, I probably would have sprung for a different bike at that time. But, you know, it is what it is. And, you know, it caused me to at least, you know, look at what was out there a little bit more and be able to more in depth, you know, test ride and do some more things with them instead. And, you know, that's how I ended up with the Yamaha. It was a lot of research, and the fact that, you know, I didn't need as big of a bike, because for what I was wanting to do, I wanted to play around not just on fire roads, but actually go on deep trails like you saw when I did this on Stanley Draper. And so that's why I couldn't do a KLR through there, because it's just too daggum big and too heavy. And since I wanted to do actual trail riding along with being on the road, then that's why I went ahead and did more research and took time this time, instead of just an impulse decision like it was to get the KLR and purchase this bike, which has been just a phenomenal little friend. And I've said that several times already in this video. So, but I know that I need to do some redos. I definitely would like to get on an Indian, or not Indian, but a Victory bike, and hopefully, you know, figure out if I could treat it a lot better. I know that people said I short shifted and some other things, and you know, it is maybe kind of sort of that way, and I kind of agree that, yeah, maybe I didn't give it the best of chances. But here's the deal, you know, I rode it exactly like I rode my other bikes, you know, so that means it's at least even. You know, it wasn't, I don't know where this goes. Let's go find out. This is a house. Please don't shoot me. This is the middle of Oklahoma, and nobody likes trespassers. But at any rate, you know, if it was that I was riding it like I'm used to on some of the Harleys, because Harleys have much more lower end power, and because of that, I rode that bike, you know, in that regard, and I, you know, would love to play around here. Actually, this is kind of cool. but I don't know where it goes. I think it'd be fun if I had my full motocross gear on and I could drop boots and scoot around. I think this is an access road for the railroad. It'd have to be. We'll find out. We'll just keep going. It's kind of the cool thing about this bike. You can just go play around and find places that you've never been before, which is what I'm doing. But anyway, you know, I wanted to redo that and give them a better shot because, I rode them like a Harley. Harley has low end power. The Victories definitely had a more mid-range punch to them, and definitely I did not ride them as correctly as I could have. And, you know, next time I would give them a much better shot, you know, at their power bands and do the correct thing for them. So when I get a chance to, I definitely will get back on those. And hopefully, you know, maybe the Victory truck will come around Oklahoma next year. It was not even scheduled this year at all for any of our local dealerships. None of them had them come out, and maybe they did, and it was on a Tuesday. I can't remember. There was some random things, like KTM came to Oklahoma, and I was chomping at the bit to go play at KTM, and they showed up on a Tuesday. I'm sitting there going, Tuesday. So, you know, when everybody's at work and not able to go, that makes perfect sense, you know. So, what road is this? This is not Railroad Avenue, but it's a road. I think this is Seward. Feels like Seward. Let's see. Oh, nobody's got a street sign on this one. Oh well, just keep going. But aside from all that rambling, you know, it's definitely the dream is to get out there and continue to do what I've been doing and doing it much better and having a lot more research involved in what I do, and hopefully do a lot better. Like I said, I miscalculated some of the things. And I remember what threw me off on the Victory's weights is whenever I was at a Victory store, a friend was looking at a used Kawasaki there, and that is a totally awkward place for an airplane. Is there a grass runway right there? This is kind of fun. There has to be. Never been down this road before. I should go out and explore a lot more through this area. I think it'd be fun. Oh, I know where I'm at now. But, you know, I was there and helping him find a Vulcan, and they had one out there, and it was a 900 custom, and I saw the Victory Vision that was sitting there, and it was, you know, one of those bikes that I jumped on just because I wanted to see how it felt, and because I made sure I told the guy that it looked totally weird. And he agreed, of course. And, you know, everybody's like, well, the Vision has a futuristic look. I was like, to me, it looks like a mid-90s Goldwing with a 1940s Art Deco butt. It looks terrible to me. And so, you know, I got on it, and the guy's like, now this thing is like 910 pounds, but it only weighs like, or it only feels like it weighs 790 pounds. You know, and of course, when you're on it and you feel the balance of it, that's the one thing I did say and praise about Victory was the fact that their bikes are super heavy, but they feel much, much lighter. The Cross Country Tourer and the Vision were both the same. They were both actually fairly lightweight feeling, basically. They, you know, didn't feel overweighted or anything. I mean, a Harley, you get on there, you feel the weight, you feel how it wants to fall. But the Victories were much more like the Goldwing, where it's balanced and better. But, you know, the more I think about the older Victories, I have rode one of the older ones, and it was an old Victory Vegas Jackpot, and I think it was about an 08 model or so, and to me, even then, the engine kind of didn't feel right, and I did kind of slaughter that one a little bit more. And it just might be the way it feels to me, but maybe it was his bike and his care too. But, you know, I got to give him another shot. I got to give him a better shot and a more, you know, positive outlook, basically. I can't just write him off. So, you know, just kind of, you know, about the vlogs. If you got any topics you want me to talk about while I'm on the bike, definitely let me know. And I'll try to keep it as much as I can about, sports or the sport of motorcycling and, riding and things like that. I'll try to keep it away from anything else. I mean, the worst it'll get is just me rambling on about stupid stuff, but I don't want to go too far off topic. I don't want to get political. I hate getting political. It's one of those things where that's like the most offensive thing is politics and religion, and there's no point in getting into that because I want this to be a peaceful channel and a channel about bikes and a place to come talk to about bikes and riding tips and things to do. I'm still working on a video for 2-Up riding. I had some difficulties with my Garmin. There was something wrong with the card, and it kept not capturing the way I wanted it to. And because I had it on look back, and it just kept failing for some reason. So I'm going to see if I can get that error corrected and refilm that. And that way I can do the 2-Up position riding video that I've been needing to do for a long time. But if you have any other thing you want to see or talk about or discuss or, anything like that, please let me know. And I'll be definitely happy to get with you on that and make a video about it if it's needed. And, keep this vlog actually a vlog, as well as being, still servicing the needs for the reviews and everything else that I have been doing. So at any rate, this is the Rabid Hedgehog. Keep the shiny side up, folks, and we'll catch you on the flip side.